So, today we're going to dive into something that sounds technical, but is actually deeply human. The hidden logic that turns a simple business system into a powerful engine for customer trust. We're going to see how the very best systems aren't just about taking orders. They're actually designed to make and keep promises. Let's get into it.
And this quote right here, this is the key to the whole thing. It totally reframes the conversation. We're not just talking about some technical settings in a menu somewhere. No, we're talking about building an infrastructure, a foundation that your entire relationship with your customer is built on. And if that foundation cracks, well, so does your customer's trust. It's that simple.
Okay, so what does it actually mean to build customer trust infrastructure? It's not just one thing, right? It's really a set of core pillars all working together. And the very first one, the foundation of it all, is about giving your system a voice and a very, very accurate clock.
You know, when you really boil it down, trust is built on two simple things: clear communication and reliable promises. And in the world of business systems, that translates directly into giving your system a voice so it can talk to your customers and a clock to make commitments that you can actually genuinely keep.
So what do we mean by the system's voice? Well, think about this. You click buy on a website and then crickets. Nothing. No confirmation email, no update, just silence. That silence creates anxiety, right? That's what we call a ghost order, and it's a total failure of the system's voice. Output determination is what makes sure that handshake happens. It sends the confirmation, the shipping notice, the invoice. Without it, your system is just a silent box of data.
And if the voice is what makes the promise, the clock is what ensures it's a promise you can actually keep. Delivery scheduling is the mathematical brain that calculates a delivery date based on cold, hard reality. How long does it really take to pick, pack, load, and ship the goods? The crucial part here is that it gets rid of the guesswork, that, yeah, we can probably get it to you by Tuesday kind of talk, and replaces it with a date that is 100% defendable.
And this slide? It just perfectly breaks down the two ways the system's clock thinks. You've got backward scheduling, which is all about the customer. It starts with their wish, I want this on Friday, and works backward to see if it's even possible. But what happens if it's not? That's when forward scheduling kicks in. It starts from today's reality, our stock, our capacity, and calculates the absolute earliest possible date we can deliver. It's the system telling the hard truth, and that is absolutely essential for building trust.
Okay, so we've made a realistic promise. That's a great start. But how do we make sure that promise doesn't get, well, broken or twisted somewhere along the way? For that, we need this thing we'll call invisible digital glue to hold the whole process together flawlessly.
Now, this right here might be one of the most powerful and, honestly, most overlooked parts of a great system. Copy and control is so much more than just a copy-paste. Think of it as a transformation engine. It ensures that all the data from that initial sales order flows perfectly and intelligently into the delivery and then into the invoice with zero manual retyping. This absolutely demolishes errors and creates a perfect auditable trail from start to finish.
All right, let's actually walk through this. See how this digital glue really works in practice. It all starts here, with the sales order. This document is the source of truth. It's the handshake, the commercial agreement we've made, locking in exactly what product, how many, and for what price.
And then, bam, the system takes that sales order to create the delivery note. This is copy and control doing its magic. Nobody's retyping anything. The system is just translating that commercial promise into a physical instruction for the warehouse. Notice the data is identical. It's a direct, pure command.
And finally, once the truck leaves the warehouse, the system creates the invoice. Again, it pulls directly from the documents that came before it. The customer gets billed for exactly what was ordered and exactly what was shipped. The price hasn't mysteriously changed, the quantity is spot on. This perfect, unbroken chain, that is data integrity in action.
So, what's the magic that makes sure all this data stays identical? You guessed it, it's copy and control. It's the powerful set of rules running in the background, making sure that the price from that original order is the one that gets used for the invoice, even if a new price list came out yesterday. It basically freezes that commercial promise in time.
Okay, keeping our data clean is one thing, but what about stopping bad sales from getting into the system in the first place? A truly trustworthy system has what I like to call digital guardrails, stopping mistakes before they can ever become a real problem.
I just love this analogy of the bouncer at the door. It's perfect. Think of listing and exclusion just like that. Before any sales order line item can even get into the club, the bouncer checks its ID. Is this product allowed for this specific customer? Is it even legal to sell it in this state? It enforces all the rules right up front.
And our bouncer basically has two main moves, a whitelist and a blacklist. Listing is the whitelist. The perfect example is a private label brand. The system is set up so that only a specific customer like Costco can order those private label products. Anyone else tries? Error. Access denied. Exclusion, on the other hand, is a blacklist. It's for saying, hey, you can order anything you want from our catalog except for these few items. It's perfect for managing stuff that's been discontinued or restricted.
All right, that covers the day-to-day stuff. But where a system really earns its stripes is in handling the messy, complex scenarios. The final pillar of trust is about having the master keys to unlock infinite customization and manage inventory that, well, has a shelf life. Variant configuration is the magic that lets a company sell incredibly complex products without creating a million different product codes. I mean, think about building a car online. You don't see a separate product for red car with V8 and leather seats, do you? No, you see one configurable car and you build your own right there in the order. It's the engine of mass customization. And check out how simple this looks for the person actually taking the order. You pick the base product, the car model. Then you go through the options, the characteristics, color, engine. Then you pick the values, red, V8. And here's the kicker. Step 4. Based on those choices, the system instantly calculates the right price and tells the factory exactly which parts to use. It's brilliant. No human calculation needed.
Now, let's talk about inventory. For some industries, like food or pharma, it's not enough to know you shipped milk. You have to know you shipped that specific batch of milk with its unique expiry date and production lot number. That's where batch management comes in. It provides this absolutely critical layer of control and traceability.
This milk example makes it so clear. A human picker might just grab the freshest looking pallet, the one that expires in 2 weeks. But the system? It's smarter than that. It's governed by the FIFO rule, first expiry, first out. It will automatically tell the picker to grab the milk that's expiring in 2 days. This prevents spoilage, saves a ton of money, and, most importantly, makes sure the customer gets a product with a good shelf life. That's a huge part of trust right there.
So, when we bring all 4 of these pillars together, something amazing happens. A fundamental transformation occurs. Your system stops being just this passive tool for data entry and becomes an active, intelligent engine for building and protecting customer trust.
So let's recap. The system speaks clearly and makes promises it can actually keep. It uses that invisible glue to make sure the story is perfectly consistent from order to invoice. It acts as a bouncer, keeping bad data out. And it holds the master keys to handle even your most complex and sensitive products. That, right there, is the essence of a customer trust infrastructure.
And that leaves us with this final, really powerful question you have to ask yourself. Is your system just a place where people type in orders they already took on the phone, making it nothing more than an expensive typewriter? Or is it a true trust engine, where every single date is defendable with math, every communication is automatic, and every rule is enforced without fail? That is the hidden logic that separates a good system from a truly great one.